Hey, 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 everybody! It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Bonus Giraffeby stream. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It is Sony PlayStation's State of Play June 2025 presentation starting, as you see on screen, in about 5 minutes' time, just under. So I am here to do a live watch-along of that. We'll see what is going to be shown off, announced. Who the heck knows, quite frankly. I literally got back from a yoga class about 15 minutes ago, so I'm sort of coming in hot, if you will. Things are set up, hopefully things are sounding okay and whatnot, and appear okay. I will switch over to the music on the stream in just a few moments' time, because there is currently a song playing. But, you know, just have some chill vibes to begin with. Welcome, welcome, though. Hope you are doing well this evening. I will begin by saying that the reason this is happening, I didn't talk about it on the last stream, is because it was only announced about 24 hours ago via the PlayStation blog. Specifically, they said, State of Play returns June 4. Watch for live news and updates on must-play games coming to PS5. The show highlights a selection of great games from creators across the globe. The 40-plus minute show will begin at, well, 10 PM UK time, as it were. So, there it is. It is being broadcast in two versions in English, actually. The stream I have got specifically loaded up is the version with English subtitles, I'm guessing baked in, because it's not like a closed caption function on YouTube or anything like that. So I'm going to assume they will be baked into the actual video itself, which is a good thing to see. So I hope you will all enjoy watching this with me. Also, before I go any further, just saying now, happy birthday to Felflony. It is their birthday today. They are out celebrating, as far as I'm aware, or they are chilling out celebrating. Either way, they are celebrating. So if you see this and you weren't aware, why not give Felflony a nice happy birthday wish? Because I had mine last week. It's theirs this week. This is how we roll, as it were. We are like, we're combined in our birthday realm, being in roughly the same week. It is always a good time. And speaking of upcoming streams, Felflony will return on Friday evening with me, as we will be continuing our playthrough of I, the Somnium Files. It'll be part 2 of our playthrough. As you can see, they're a bit of a double stream experience because the Summer Game Fest event will be happening, so we're going to do a live watch along of that. So from 7 PM to about 8:45, we'll be carrying on with I, the Somnium Files. Then we'll have a little bit of a break, and then we'll be back at 9 PM just before to watch that show in its entirety and see what the heck is announced. Then we'll be back the week after, Friday 13th of June, for part 3 of I, the Somnium Files. Now, there are 2 potential additional streams to this, because, as you can see, there is quite frankly, there's an Xbox Developer Direct on Sunday, the 8th of June, this coming Sunday. I am tentatively gonna try and do a watch-along of that. I don't know if I will be able to, hence why I've labelled that as a potential bonus stream. So, if I happen to go live on Sunday at about 6 PM UK, you know why, because I can indeed do that. But there is a rumoured Nintendo Direct apparently going to happen imminently, with the Switch 2 launch happening literally like in a day or two. I actually got a notification from Amazon earlier saying that mine is going to arrive tomorrow, that being Thursday if you're watching after the fact. So we shall see if that does indeed happen. I was not expecting to get a notification like that, because for the past month I've been told it ain't gonna arrive till Saturday or Sunday, so that has caught me very much off guard. But I digress. Back to the timer. In fact, you know what, I'm going to switch over the music now to the stream so we can make sure things are balanced. So prepare, 3, 2, 1. God, that is loud in my ears, but hopefully that's not deafened you folks too much. And good evening to you, Moth Fox. Welcome, welcome. You've cracked open a beer, have you? Do let me know if this sounds level or not, because this music is very loud in my ears. So let me know if things are balanced, unbalanced. I will try and work that out in the course of the next minute or so. But I did try to balance from like the previous State of Play stream, so we will see how that goes. In terms of what could be announced, perfect, Moth Fox, thank you very much. In terms of what could be announced, I'll be honest, I've got no idea. Literally, no idea. It wouldn't surprise me if they talk more about, what's the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima? Ghost of Yotei, or Yotei, however you meant to pronounce it. It wouldn't surprise me if they talk about that. There are some other games that have been previously announced that we've not heard of in a very long time that I would like to hear about. But I'm not gonna I'm not going to try and jinx things. You'll know from my reaction if it's happening. We've got 15 seconds, so we will see how this goes. And it's Summer Game Fest week, and we're kicking off things in style, as it were. And I'll talk more about the plans for upcoming streams again at the end as well, once we're through this, because now it's time for State of Play. This program contains mature content and may not be suitable for all audiences. Footage contains a mix of gameplay and in-game cinematics. Final game context subject to change. I couldn't read the last line. That subtitle. Got a nice chill vibe to start with, though. In comparison as well to that music that was on the holding screen. That would be a dream, wouldn't it?
Emotion running through our veins. Heartbeat. Love is making waves. Emotion running through our veins. Heartbeat. Love is making waves.
Yeah, what are they teasing? There's D-pads all over the screen. They're going through the history of PlayStation, I think. And that, is that a music game? Oh, what is this? What on earth? Oh, Lumines! Or Lumines, however you meant to pronounce. I've never actually played it, but I know I've got some friends who are really into it. I'm not sure if that's been previously announced, but there you go. Lumines, as I will refer to it. Of course it's a PSVR game. Of course it is.
Hello from Enhance. I'm Tetsuya Mizuguchi. ディレクターの石原隆です。ルミネスアライズのトレーラー楽しんでいただけたでしょうか。この秋、
Optional VR support. I retract my statement.
対応で発売予定です。ルミネスアライズはバラエティ豊かな曲と美しいビジュアルが没入感を高め、いつまでも遊びたくなるゲーム体験となっています。その世界はとても心地よく、プレイヤーを共感覚の世界へと導きます。
よくある普通のパズルゲームってことだよね。
Typical puzzle game stuff.
テクニスエフェクトを一度遊んだことがある人はわかると思いますが、ルミネスアライズはただのパズルゲーム。
That is why it had such Tetris effect vibes. That makes perfect sense.
プレイの体験版を配信予定です。ぜひ皆さん手に取って遊んでみてください。
There will be a free single-player multiplayer demo later this summer. Okay, yeah, I'm in. Like, I love games like that. Tetris Effect was amazing. So, yeah, you know what? A nice chilled vibe to start this. I'm down with this. What comes after dreaming?
The future. It isn't just a dream. It's a promise.
I was not expecting it to be the first phrase.
One we're turning into reality. With our third generation of Luna filament and advanced generative AI, we're reshaping the line between dreams and reality.
My fox.
We create life for our future. Delphi Corporation.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Let's see about getting paths through to Earth. And why are these things trying to kill us?
There you are. All better.
You patched me up.
Oh?
I am DI-03367. They are Pragmata.
Whoa, hang on a second. Don't you have a name or something? I'm good. Get behind me!
I think I can help.
bit.
Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Neutralize us?
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through. What the?
Bypassing first and second firewalls, hooking control protocols.
There is a lot going on here. Is that a new Capcom game? I think it is.
D.I.
I said I am D.
Okay. Look, how about we call you Diana?
Diana?
It's okay. Clearly, this is something that's been known. They've just said it's real. Let me see if I can do a quality check on the stream. Let's bump that up to 1080-60. There we go. There we go. Also interesting that there was a little note at the bottom of the screen that said that footage was captured on PS5 Pro.
Oh, hey, today is Saturday, which means curry time.
Awesome,
Oh, mate, I can muller a curry right now.
The current president is actually a humane. What does that mean? It's okay, I'll get it.
If people are familiar with the anime studio Science Sarah, I'm getting vibes of that.
You're gonna die. Romeo, listen up. You're gonna die in about 15 seconds. Seriously? Seriously. Don't worry. I made this just in case. The dead gear life support system. Don't
What?
move, okay?
What?
You're already half dead. From now on, you're half dead man. No, wait, that's pretty lame. Dead man. From now on, you're dead man.
What? Oh my god. Yeah, definitely some Junji Ito vibes, but yeah, this is... This looks good fun. Ultra-violent science fiction. We're getting all sorts of vibes in here.
Romeo is a dead man. Coming 2026.
Oh my god. There's a lot of names on that.
Grandpa's voice. Are you like a spirit? I'm on your back. What?
Of course it's a Suda 51 game. Of course it is. That makes perfect sense.
グラスホッパーの役者の須田剛一です。いえいえ。
Yeah.
皆さんトレーラーどうでした？グラスホッパーの久々の新作ロミオ・イザ・デッドマンです。いよいよ発表できました。このゲームはですね、主人公のロミオがロミオ・スターゲーザーというのが
Romeo Stargazer.
犯罪 FBI 捜査官として、凶悪なですね指名手配犯をさまざまな時空に飛んで、倒していくそんな、ブラッディなアクションゲームとなっています。そして今回はですね、剣だけじゃありません。銃も使えます。ストロングスタイルのアクションゲームとして
Strong style action game.
そしてなんで、タイトルがですねロミオなのにデッドマンなのか、それは
Raises questions.
続報をお待ちください。プレイステーション30周年過ぎちゃいましたけどおめでとうございます。それでは引き続きステートオブプレイをお楽しみください。
Yeah, you know what? We're off to a good start with this. Lumines, Pragmata, and now Romeo is a dead man.
サクコ、どこ行くの？こっち通るの珍しいね。今は誰かと喋りたくて。私も後から行くね。うん。じゃあね。裏切り者、
Yeah, this is what I was thinking when this started, because it seemed familiar.
足の悪いおばあちゃんまでいないなんてこんなの絶対に変俺もいないし気味の悪い怪物がうろつき回ってるしいやひらこ来るな
Don't know if I'll be able to play this, but this looks like something alright. Hey, hey, Matty, welcome, welcome. Good night on the town.
ひなこどこにいるのひなこはいいよね何でも持ってるそんなあんたがいなくなってくれるんだからせいせいする一人は嫌だよ寂しいよ
Yeah, I hate playing this. It looks incredible, but I couldn't play this.
約束したよね暗いのは嫌一人ぼっちは嫌
Japanese horror can be incredible, and this is capturing that spirit very well. That was a very good trailer. September. I'm not sure if that date was previously confirmed, but there we go. Around 16th century.
The castle has been sighted again. The church's orders are absolute.
So true, Matty.
These human sacrifices must be stopped. We will track the ethereal castle, break its gates, and exterminate the creatures that dwell within.
This looks cool.
The demon lord himself will fall by our hand.
It has got that vibes about it, hasn't it?
This mission will test the limits of your courage. You will face horrors beyond your darkest imaginings. Beasts that defy reason. Creatures born of pure darkness.
Thousand Blossom!
This is a very weird callback. What was that Vita game? Was it Dragon Crown or something like that? This has got that vibe to it to me, I think. Very, very sort of similar feeling. Fair play, Matty.
With me! Cross Reaper!
Tonight, we start our mission!
It does have Castlevania vibes about it, so it wouldn't surprise me if it is. But we have already had a big new announcement from Capcom, so Till Death Destroy Our Castle was Bloostained, the Scarlet engagement. So yeah, Bloostained, wasn't that the spiritual successor almost to Castlevania? So yeah. This being new Bloostained makes perfect sense.
So you've come, dogs of the church, right into the palm of my hand.
Oh,
the visuals of Shinjuku
Bamco.
that I'm seeing are a hellscape I can't quite put into words. You've somehow been sent back in time 8 years. But the situation here is critical. I'm counting on you.
Yeah, it's Digimon. Oh my god, I thought I recognised one of the things at the beginning.
Our ultimate mission is to uncover the causality between these anomalies.
It's probably a phase electron life form.
Is that what you call us Digimon?
I'll always be right here with you.
Who exactly are you working for? I remember you guys.
Who or what is that? You really don't know anything
It's got
about
a
the
really
digital
fun
world?
vibe to
We've
it.
been enemies for years now, but this is the first time the Titans have launched an attack on this scale.
We now believe most of the anomalies we've been dealing with stem from Digimon.
It seems the upcoming battle is truly unavoidable.
The world on this end is running out of time.
If the gate is opened with the digital world in such a state, the human world will most certainly be affected.
Do the Titans not care about the end of the digital world?
Stop it! That egg is very important!
Oh no, not the egg,
The world
no!
tree has been attacked. It is just as a great one.
Oh, I love the mix of styles in this.
We must protect the world from them. For this purpose and this purpose alone were you born.
If that thing opens, then we'll be swarmed by Digimon.
Attack!
Please, everyone, lend me your strength.
Everything's riding on you.
Hey, hey, Sean, welcome, welcome.
We must fulfill our mission.
You've missed Lumines, a new game of that coming. Pragmata, which was announced by Capcom. There was Silent Hill F, which is now coming out in September. They've just announced Bloostained, and now Digimon Story Time Strange. Actually, there might have been another game I've missed in between that as well, but yeah, so far, lots of big hitters, as it were. And lots of variety as well, and that Digimon trailer, really, really good stuff.
Oh, Father, abandon not your wayward children of Ivalice, but deliver us from our sins, that we might know salvation.
If you feel wrong, blame yourself or the Father.
Why do you fight? Why walk this path
Wait,
of subterfuge and
tactics?
conflict?
The powerful must rule the weak. It is our duty.
Heavens fall upon your crown!
This vile charade has gone on long enough. It ends now.
This is tactics, right? Nice!
Do you remember?
I'm not a tactical person, but Final Fantasy Tactics is rad. I've only ever played a little bit of it. That's cool. And that's September. Flippin' heck, this is going good so far. I've got to start writing down some things.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson.
And I'm Sid Schumann, here to deliver news and release dates for games coming to PS5 later this year.
We hope you enjoyed that first look at Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles. The game will include 2 versions of the original PlayStation Classic. The enhanced version, which features improved graphics, fully voiced dialogue, refined gameplay, and much more, as well as the classic version, which brings a faithful recreation of the 1997 original to modern consoles.
I actually have a US PS1 copy
Final
of
Fantasy
Tactics,
The Ivalice Chronicles launches on PS5 and PS4 September 30th, and will be available for pre-order later today.
This is
next game
really
is
strong
something
so far.
really special. When I first played it, I laughed so hard I almost barfed. Let's check it out.
Okay.
But is there maybe just toilet?
Toilet?
Yeah, I just need to pee.
How badly?
Just normal. Bad.
Just go behind this bush. I'll wait.
I can run away.
Pee shy.
No.
Yeah, no, you don't want me watching.
You can watch.
In baby steps, all you have to do is
I remember
carefully
this
place
trailer.
one foot in front of the other, which is easier said than done. Main character Nate requires some pretty deliberate movement to make even the simplest progress. It's a captivating open-world experience filled with oddball characters.
Here we go. Knock knock. Oh no, you found it even without a map. The best toilet on the mountain.
Oh, good.
Definitely check this one out when it comes to PS5 on September 8th.
I remember we saw a trailer for that previously.
Hirogami Hirogami is a unique action-adventure title from Bandai Namco Studios Singapore. In this journey to save your origami home, you'll transform into paper shapes with distinct abilities.
Oh, that's fun.
Including a paper airplane, a nimble frog, a hardy armadillo, and a powerful ape.
Definitely, Sean, definitely.
Master the art of folding when Hirogami arrives on PS5 later this summer.
I love the fact that that's going to involve a lot of origami. It's really good fun.
Sid, why don't you tee this next one up?
It's a golf game, isn't it?
The Hot Shot series has been with PlayStation from the very beginning, and its latest installment, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, boasts its largest character roster ever. Compete in courses from 10 different regions around the world.
Yes. I'm up for
Each
this.
with weather effects and new nighttime variants.
Oh!
Pre-orders begin later today.
But
And those who do will get Bandai Namco's iconic Pac-Man as an early unlockable character.
Early unlock. Okay, noted.
Everybody's Golf Hot Shots drives onto PS5 September 5th.
Okay.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is a challenging new entry in the long-running action franchise. From the makers of the Blasphemous series, Ragebound stars dual protagonists from rival clans, forced to combine their souls and skills against a demon uprising. And longtime fans will really love the pulse-pounding soundtrack, featuring guest composers from the original series.
Nice. Oh, I can already tell that soundtrack is going to slap so hard. Yeah, Hot Shots Golf is good fun. I've never really played much of it, but from what I have played, it's
Ninja Gaiden
really good
Ragebound
fun.
arrives July 31st on PS5 and PS4.
Is that second character Ayane? That's what I want to know. Because the Ninja Gaiden games are generally set in the DOA universe.
From the game bakers, Cairn is a survival climbing experience where you must carefully plan your ascent up a deadly mountain.
I'm making notes of the game names as I go along here now on a bit of paper.
Manage balance and stamina to discover secrets.
Hey! Hey, wait for me!
Encounter other climbers.
I'm Marco. Nice to meet you.
And survive the harsh conditions of the climb.
Oh no, no!
You can give it a try yourself with a demo that arrives later today.
That's cool. I'm interested in the demo for that. Noted.
That's all from us, but there's still a lot of State of Play to come.
This next reveal comes from the game preservationist at Digital Eclipse.
Oh?
Nothing can prepare you for their next collection.
Oh, okay. What have
arriving
Digital
later
Eclipse
this year.
got lined up? Let's have a look. They've done Atari 50, the Tetris one.
Fun to play. People were excited about it.
The most rewarding part of it is just seeing people react to it.
Yeah.
We knew that we were onto something.
What?
It was such a shock to see this game. I was like, I can't believe this game exists.
What?
It became something that added to the mystique of Mortal Kombat fatality.
We're showing you a part of a world that is much larger.
Oh my god, I'm so up for this. Yes. Oh yes. This is so good.
There was no template to make the games. It's a bit of the Wild West.
Every part of that game is an expression of who we were and what we wanted to do.
Yes. I am so up for this. And it's this year as well. Nice. Oh, I'm well up for that. I'm naff at Mortal Kombat, but I'm well up for that. Hello. They're doing their own arcade stick? First fight stick made by PlayStation. Very interesting. Also, it's wireless as well. Very, very interesting, and they haven't done a leverless version as well, though. Very interesting.
No, he's close.
MGS, baby.
Where did he go?
We've lost sight of the enemy. Find him. We're under fire. Enemy position unknown.
Loading like this? It's a revolution.
All right, Commander.
Funny enough, I've never actually played Snake Eater just in general. It's just one of the Metal Gear games that sort of passed me by. I'm interested in it, but I'm so naff at them. I really enjoy them though.
Over here, go back to your own world. See you in hell.
This looks fantastic though. Yeah, I've got a few mates of mine who say it's the best one as well. Ape Escapes in here?
Gotcha.
What? Sure. Oh. What are they about to announce? What did he pick up just then?
Spirit stones. Shining stones imbued with humankind's never-ending dreams.
Koei Tecmo.
Since time immemorial, this power has been the impetus for human wars.
Oh, is it?
Such an ominous atmosphere, and one thick with the presence of Aratama.
It's definitely got a Dynasty Warriors vibe about it. What was that other game that was sort of shown off a while back? Was it Phantom Blade Zero? Something like that? Actually, I think that's meant to be more like Xbox though.
What makes a shogun? Here is my answer.
Oh, that was sweet. This looks so good. Oh, I love this vibe. Holy heck.
How foolish of you to have entered the depths of hell.
Nioh, that's why I look familiar. Yeah, cool, amazing. I've got a mate of mine who's really into the Nioh games. I've never played them myself, but that's why the vibe felt right.
Tokugawa. Takechiyo.
That looks really, really good.
皆さんこんにちは。チーム忍者の安田です。戦国シニゲーシリーズの最新作ニオ3を
We're
ついに
excited to
発表
announce
させてい
Nioh
ただ
3,
き
the
ました。
latest installment of the samurai
今
action
作のアクション
RPG.
はシリーズおなじみのサムライスタイルに加え、新たに忍者スタイルを追加、より多彩な戦闘を楽しめます。ステージもオープンフィールドとなり、探索や攻略の自由度や没入感が大幅にアップしています。本日よりプレイステーション5で体験版も配信いたしますので、ぜひプレイしてご意見をいただければと思います。
Nice!
2026年の発売に向け、続報にもぜひご期待くだ
And
さ
it's
い。
coming out in 2026 with a demo today. That is great. I'm going to get another bit of paper. I'm running out of this tiny bit of paper I have. Don't mind me. As I reach for my printer.
Is all I've ever known. My whole world.
There you go. I now have an A4 bit of paper.
I was raised in this city's shadow. Free to take whatever I need to survive.
See, that's why I really liked the game earlier, which were, I can't think, which one was it? Was it Lumines? I don't remember which game it was now, but the one that had optional VR as part of it.
Treasures. Locked away, waiting to be found, waiting to be taken. But some treasures come with more trouble than others.
Oh no.
I thought I was dead.
Theif!
Who are you?
Thief-ver!
Tidewalker, are you there yet? Cleo has uncovered a formula for a cure, but she's keeping it safe in her tower.
Hey, you got some hosen?
Marketland seems a bit tense today. I heard something happen with another Tidewalker.
This has got a really familiar vibe.
Gone. Someone beat us to it.
Ever since the Great Flood, Elland, my dear planet, has been dying. Plastemia has taken everything from us. But you Tidewalkers are all connected.
Hey, you! Stop right there!
And it's up to you now to use that power.
Marauders! This is our new recruit! Please, help me. Get down!
Very interesting.
Tidewalkers. Will you help us?
The options there. Let's do this, or why would I? Fish. Tides of Tomorrow. Okay. See, that game is like a premise. It interests me. It's just the first person thing doesn't work for me for that kind of game, but I might be wrong.
Director of Astro Bot. It's a pleasure to be back today to share more news with you.
I really want to play Astro Bot.
Last few months it has been in the world of Astro. Astro Bot launched last September to such encouraging feedback, even receiving a few honors we are truly grateful for. In October, we added 5 speedrun levels, followed by a Christmas special packed with festive surprises. And then earlier this year, the Vicious Void Galaxy made its appearance, adding yet more new challenging levels, all of which came at no additional cost. And today, I am pleased to announce that later this month, you will be able to enjoy 5 brand new challenge levels in Astro Bot, bringing the total to a whopping 90 planets.
I'm really happy they're
special boss
still
will be there
supporting this
too,
game.
including Atsu from Ghost of Yotei.
That's cool.
Alongside other fans' favorites, but these ones are a surprise. And finally, the Astro Bot DualSense wireless controller will return later this year.
That's cute.
With a slight twist, so be on the lookout for more news coming soon. From all of us at Team Asobi, thank you all for the amazing reception you gave our game, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Genuinely, it makes me so happy they're still supporting Astro Bot. It's just fun. Everything I see about it is just really good fun. Sea Remnants.
He told me to get a ship. Then it hit me all.
I can imagine Sean genuinely.
No old man just got a ship. Memories go, memories stay. We're chasing the sound of the waves. It always sways, it always strays. Standing on the beach all day. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Very much getting Monkey Island vibes, particularly the most recent one, I think it was. Kind of like a Sea of Thieves type thing as well. Not specifically, but those kind of vibe games is what I'm thinking. That's a lot of damage. Tiny, tiny crap. Just casually walk by. Okay. This has Journey vibes about it. Yes, it does. I loved Abzu. Freaking loved Abzu. So much. Yeah, right, exactly. Giant Squid presents. There was something, but yeah, now you mention it actually, there was a similar sort of feeling trailer last time, I seem to recall, now you mention it. Yes, because it was this element that really got me, I seem to recall now, yeah. This looks so good. Curious to see more gameplay specifically though, admittedly. Sword of the Sea. That's out in August, so there we go. That's not too far.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani.
Hello.
That was a new look at Sword of the Sea, a visually striking adventure from the team behind Abzu and Pathless. We're excited to announce that Sword of the Sea will launch this summer into the PlayStation Plus game catalog. On June 17th, Remedy brings otherworldly action to game catalog with FBC Firebreak. In this cooperative FPS set in the paranatural world of Control, you and two fellow agents must confront and contain the reality-warping chaos found within the oldest house. Fun in short bursts or deep dives, FBC Firebreak launches day one into game catalog on June 17th.
Very interesting. That's 2 games in a row that they're launching.
The PlayStation Plus
Like
Classics
that.
catalog welcomes several new titles this summer.
Go on.
The PS2 version of legendary immersive sim Deus Ex arrives June 17th.
Okay.
In
Okay.
July, Twisted Metal 3 and Twisted Metal 4 join the service just in time for the second season premiere of Twisted Metal, which arrives July 31st in select countries, including Peacock in the US.
That was an interesting
two
note.
of Capcom's most beloved games from the original PlayStation are set to join the Classics lineup. Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 will arrive later this summer in the Classics catalog. Additionally, Myst and Riven will arrive later this month as part of the Days of Play celebration, running now through June 11th. Days of Play is a 2-week event that includes bonus PlayStation Plus content drops, great deals on software and hardware, and more. Visit PlayStation Blog and PlayStation.com for full details.
Admittedly, I'm only on the base tier of PS Plus, but it's still cool to see
His
those games
parents
getting
cut
added.
their own rope to save him.
But it is very
He watched
interesting they're
them
now starting
fall
to add
and found his way
games
off
like
that
as a
mountain.
day one launch
He was 11
on the higher
years
tier.
old.
He then started a grand tour of every major.
Oh my
boarding
god,
school in
what?
Britain.
Always at the top of his class.
Always at odds with authority. Same thing in the Navy.
His superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows what to do with him, Mom.
No. And
Oh
I
my
suspect
god,
he feels
it's a
the
new
same
Bond
way.
game.
But what he did in Iceland.
What he did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck.
This is being made by the
One good
Hitman crew,
reason
isn't
to
it?
Put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
Do you have an appointment?
The name's Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
So you shouldn't have.
Oh, this has got definitely the right vibes about it.
We're facing a situation of the utmost delicacy. I need all my pieces on the board.
009 is a master manipulator. Whatever
shout,
the
Sean.
end game is, we won't see it coming.
Jet lag gets me every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
So Bond's American? Is that what that voice was just then? Or was it just perhaps a unique accent or dialect?
Tell me, what do you do, James? Lately, headhunting.
I think it's the same people that do the Hitman games, Sean. I seem to recall that they got the license for it. If the series is the same game, because this might be a totally different game. What we got? What we got? Yep, I think it was mentioned in the chat a few moments ago, but First Light, there we go. Excellent trailer there. I want to see gameplay, but this looks so much fun.
This is another teachable moment.
There we go, 2026 confirmed. Sign up now to get the... I need to read that again, but... Oh, tune in for the gameplay reveal this summer. Okay, there we go. That answers the question.
I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of Iron Interactive. The team is thrilled to announce 007 First Light.
Amazing.
You'll experience James Bond as a young aircrewman in the Royal Navy. Before the tuxedo and the martinis, as he first steps into the world of espionage, striving to earn his 00 status.
That's a fun story, yes!
Everyone at Iron Interactive has poured their passion and dedication into crafting an experience that honors the legacy of Bond, harnessing our 25 years of agent expertise.
Good line.
This is just the beginning of our journey with 007, and we can't wait to share more with you soon.
I'm very hyped for this. Very hyped. And the idea that's the story they're doing, it also opens it to a world of possibilities down the line, assuming it does well. I don't know, Sean. We'll see if any other info comes out about that soon, but I am very curious.
You're still with me?
Had a feeling. Here we go. Oh, okay. Fair dues. It's a ghost of Yotei. Did that just say there was going to be another state of play in July, though? Based on that. Oh, what have we got? No! Surely not! Oh my god! Arc System Works doing a Marvel game? Oh shit! Oh my god! keep these Japanese voiceovers, they're amazing. Oh, this looks so good! Dude, Ghost Rider's in this as well? Dr. Doom? Oh my god, I'm so up for this. Storm's here, they've got X-Men in this game as well, shit! 4v4? 4v4? Oh, this looks so good! Okay. I am... Oh my god. Oh? What are you about to do?
プレイステーションの友人から急になんか飲みに行こうぜっていう連絡が来て、なんのこっちゃと思って、予定合わせて行ったんですけど、ちょっと飲んでる中で実はアクの方でマーベルの格闘ゲームを作ってみないかというような提案をいただきまして、いや本当に聞いた時はびっくりしましたね。で、世界的に本当に有名な IP ですし光栄だなと思いつつも、まず本当にうちの会社で大丈夫かなという不安もあり。
Yes, you can. Oh, the whole feel, the vibe of this.
The inspiration for working on this project really came from a place of pure fandom and wanting to say, why isn't PlayStation in this space?
So PlayStation approached us with this vision to bring Marvel back to the forefront of the tag fighting genre. And that got us really excited because we had worked with them before on successful stuff like the Marvel Spider-Man franchise with Insomniac.
When it came to approaching Marvel, you have to kind of first float the idea and let them know, hey, we're thinking about approaching a company like Arc System Works to make a fighting game. We'd love to partner with you to do this really great collaboration. Would you be interested?
When they named the developer, that really perked up our ears. It's always refreshing to work with a team that will take on the challenge of tackling Marvel, putting their own spin on it, and then just uppercutting that challenge into the stratosphere. And that's what you get with this team. I mean, they couldn't make something boring if they tried.
社長からも本当に作れるんだったらぜひやりたいでということを言われました。話を受けてしまった以上、これは私がプロデューサーなのかなっていうところで。
The tricky thing is that most fans, including myself, see this as a sacred genre for Marvel. The tough part is finding a partner that's crazy enough to take on the task, because you either do something like this big and bold, or you don't do it at all.
I feel like I have a good grasp on their art style and how they would approach certain IPs.
Sorry, I'm listening so hard right now. I don't mean to be quiet.
Here's what I would expect to see from Arc System Works when they take on a Marvel IP. And what came up was something that went beyond that.
一番最初にマーベルさんに提出した時は、なんとなくマイケルさんの反応は
with the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, never thought that was going to happen, just given the licensing hell those games seem to be in. The fact that happened opened the doors to a potential new game of that ilk.
I remember personally,
this is kind of one of those, if not the next step now. It's obviously not Marvel vs. Capcom, but something like that. Oh my god. So good!
デザインっていうのが、出ているかなと思うので、マーベルの皆さんの反応がすこぶる良くて、あ、これなんだみたいないう感じで。
Iron Man is supposed to be the sleek fighter jet, think luxury race car, mixed with a brick house. And the fact that they added anime mech elements to him just felt really naturally at home.
One of the mantras that we have for this project is from Japan
good shout,
to the world,
good
and really
shout.
trying to take not just the IP but gameplay mechanics and say what can we really take from Japan, the creators that are doing awesome work here, and bring that to the global platform.
まあ特別なところいっぱいあるんですけど、まあ本当にやっぱり強調すべきは、まあ格闘ゲームのチームバトルの中では4対4というのがまず本当に意欲的で挑戦的なところだというところと。
When Ark looks at these Marvel characters, it's not simply just the visuals, it's also the gameplay mechanics and adding in that what is that pop, what is going to be something that's different. Up until now, you've seen tag fighters that have 2v2, 3v3. We felt like we just had to go 4v4. And in doing so, we found a lot of unique and fun ways to
just imagine these guys on a Friday night after a massive week of work, just playing this for ages.
今回4対4というまあ革新的なところにチャレンジしている中で、4キャラクター練習しないと勝てないんじゃないのとか安心してください。
I was wondering that too, Moth Fox. I'm wondering if that maybe was more stage design, as it were. Because it could be related potentially to the Savage Land, was my immediate thought. I might also be forgetting someone very easy off the top of my head.
This day would be here, would come. You know, this has just been an awesome journey, and I'm excited that we get to be able to share it with all the fans out there.
I'll tell you right now, a lot of fighting games, they never get to experience this level of production, and it's just a dream to even be working with these two great partners.
それは決してビジネスという枠組みではなくて、まあ、それぞれの強い思いの中でこのタイトルを成功させよう、いいゲームにしてファンに届けようと。
The three companies have come together to do this, and I think we really are going to make something magical here.
このタイトルですね、まだまだ開発途中ではありますが、続々とキャラクターも発表していきたいと思いますし、キャラクター以外のコンテンツというところも今後いろいろ出ていくと思います。
possibility of the characters, oh my god.
と思います。Stay tuned.
So happy. Oh, this is so what I wanted. Exactly, Moth Fox, exactly.
It seems the upcoming battle is truly unavoidable.
Death Stranding 2, Sean, I think they're doing a separate entire thing for that on Friday before the Summer Game Fest. I'm not sure if Claire and I are going to actually do a watch along of that because we're going to play Somnium Files and then do Summer Game Fest, the main show, but I think that's actually on Friday before that begins. But holy heck, that was a stream. Just writing down another name before I forget. Yeah, so lots of stuff just happened then. Breaks PS5. So, per my very detailed handwritten notes, let's try and recap what we had here. So, we got Lumines. In fact, you know what? Can I scroll back as we do this? Maybe not. Let's see if I can make this work. So, we kicked off things. But let me get some music going in the background. So, there we go. Let's go with this. So we kicked off with Lumines, which there is going to be a demo of, I think they said as well, if memory serves. Then if I skim through a bit more, pardoning any flashing light. There you go. Lumines Arise was the title of it. So that's coming in like September-ish time, as it were. And there was going to be the optional VR support. The next game they showed off was the new game from Capcom, which was Pragmata, which sort of sci-fi horror-y type thing, had some Resi vibes is what we were saying. Very much looks great, just looks so good. I'm curious to see more because there is a lot going on in this, but the whole sci-fi element I think works incredibly well. Next up, if I've got my notes right, we had Romeo is a Deadman, which this just went places. I'm going to fast forward a tad a little bit, but this just went all sorts of places. I agree, Sean definitely seemed to be putting a lot more effort into PS Plus, which I think they needed to do. It's like I said, I'm on the lowest tier of PS Plus just because, quite frankly, I like the monthly games that they offer, but there isn't a need for me to want to have more in PS Plus, because, not flexing a muscle here or anything, but just saying it very much, that I have an Xbox Series S, and I have Game Pass as part of that, so there's a lot of stuff on there already that adds to the game possibilities I have, regardless of how much I do or don't play it, as it were. So that's why they haven't, this is the way I'll phrase it, they have not justified to me a reason to have a higher PS Plus subscription, but what they showed off in this, the fact they're launching some games, and we'll get to that as part of PS Plus higher tier specifically, that is a reason to get people to subscribe. That is what I wanted to articulate. But yeah, this Romeo is a Deadman thing looks nuts, as it were. Just looks nuts. Really, really cool, fun stuff. Next up, we got the announcement.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime.
Thank you very much, Mo Fox. So yeah, we got Romeo's a Deadman, which is from Suda50. Ah, right, this is what we want to look at. So let's have a look at some of the credits. A lot of credits. I'm not going to read everything, but let's have a vague, quick look. I don't recognize the cast names off the top of my head. Oh yeah, Romeo Stargazer was the main character name. What a great name. There is a lot. I mean, I'm actually glad that they put the credits on this early, like as in showing them off, because it's not something you typically see happen too often. Next up, we got Silent Hill F, which looks scary as hell. I won't be able to play this game. I am interested in maybe seeing more stuff from it, but I myself probably just won't be able to play this. But I think it looks incredible. Looks so damn good. And that is, well, you can pre-order it today. They did give a date somewhere. September 25, so there you go. That's when that's coming out. Then next up, I believe, it was the new Bloostained game, which looks really, really cool. Not played the original myself, so can't comment too much on that, but we all immediately kind of got Castlevania vibes. I think I said Dragon Crown from the Vita game. That was the first thing that sprung to mind for me. So you kickstarted the original. That's really, really cool. But yeah, this looking great, to say the least. After this was the announcement of Digimon. We've got the new Digimon Cyber Sleuth game. Oop, there we go. Which, again, in terms of having another Digimon game of this ilk, really, really cool to see. I think I've actually got one of the other Cyber Sleuth games as well. I can't remember. I actually can't remember if I've played it or not. It is something I wanted to potentially try on stream, but there are so many other games and whatnot, only so much time. So I will take that as a note. But yeah, had the Digimon game. After this, we got... Oh yeah, so should clarify, October 3rd, 2025 is when that is coming. Then we got the announcement of Final Fantasy Tactics, which I think I said it when this actually was shown off. initially on here that I own a copy of it, and I don't think I've actually really played much of it because younger Jeremy, and arguably present day Jeremy, is not as tactical a person as one might assume. So very, very tempted to give this a try, pending on price and time and such. But really, really cool to see that they're still doing stuff like this. Just really, really good fun. And that is out at the end of September. Then we got an update on... where is it? Yes, we got an update on the Baby Steps game, which, I'll be honest, I wasn't laughing so hard I was going to barf, as the presenter said. I was not based on this trailer. I'm not... I can understand why this could be a popular game. I don't think it's for me. And I might change my mind. Who knows? If there's a demo or something, I'll at least give it a try. But, yeah. Gonna, yeah, basically. Just gonna leave that there, as it were. Next up was Hirogami. This was the like origami platforming game that they had from Bandai Namco. Sort of bit of like fighting involved as well, sort of action adventure-y type thing. Really, really interested to check this out. Very, very interested. This looks such good fun. And just really creative as well. I can see a lot of creative-minded people really getting into this. Especially depending on how deep it goes as well. Very, very curious to see how that all works out. Good shout, Sean, good shout. So that is coming September, so not too long to wait for that either. Then next up, as I flip my little bit of paper here, next up should be Everybody's Golf, unless I've skipped something. Yeah, so we've got Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, where they were showing off a whole bunch of stuff on it. Yeah, depending on the price, I am interested in getting this, because I also think this could be a really fun just multiplayer game for like online sessions and stuff as well. But yeah, price depending, I'm very, very interested to see how this comes together. Oh yeah, and you get Pac-Man as well. I've not found out who the Bond VA was, but I am going to look for that as soon as I can, as it were. Next up, we got Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. It's cool to see another Ninja Gaiden game coming. Where's my cursor? There it is. And that is coming end of July. So there you go, not long to wait for that at all. This was Cairn, which was the climbing game, and that is going to be coming... Oh, I just skipped that, sorry. There you go. Demo later today, but the game is coming in November. Then we got the announcement of this MK collection, which is like... What? I am so... Holy heck, 2 great fighting game announcements in this. Holy heck. This MK collection, though, I am very up for this. I've not played the Atari 50 collection, but given the amount of detail that was involved in that, just in that Atari collection, everything I've heard about it, this could be ridiculous. And I'm so curious about how this will ultimately come together, and also how many MK games they're gonna have. Like, how far are they gonna go? They at least confirmed the first 4. So, in fact, hang on, let me double check. What was MK4 released on? Hang on. Mortal Kombat 4. Let's have a look. So, MK4 was released... N64 PS1 sort of era, and there was a Game Boy Color version as well. So that goes up to like the N64 PS1 era. So it's possible they could go further. That would also mean that MK Trilogy, I think, would come into play for that as well, because that's roughly the time frame. Because I had that on the N64 MK Trilogy, I seem to recall. Then we got the announcement of the PlayStation Fight Stick, which I get to a point. I'll be interested to see who has developed it specifically. And so there's also a bit more behind the scenes involved with this, I suppose. Oh, hang on. Project Defiant is a code name. So it's called Project Defiant. Very well. So a little bit of info, I guess, from sort of... Cause I really enjoy fighting games. I'm not knee deep or like waist, whatever it is, like neck deep in the games. I'm not that great in them, but I love watching stuff and such. But it's worth noting that with the PS5 and I think PS4 specifically as well, there is an issue when it comes to the immediate compatibility of some fight sticks in the market. So you sometimes need to buy an additional dongle, if you will, or like another cable or something to plug into the stick that you then plug into the console or into the console, just so it can help like join the dots together, if you will, on the code or the circuits. So it's like, actually, you know what? Hang on, give me a second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get an example. Hang on. So, thank you for bearing with me. This will all make sense. So, I have got from Hout 42, I have got their Hout pad, like R series, I think it is. So, this is the leverless fight stick, which I'm still sort of trying to get used to training myself to use, but I haven't got a lot of time to do it. This lights up and everything when it's plugged in. Looks really, really cool. But I digress. So the thing about this is, this works on Switch, Xbox, PS5, PS4. It works on all sorts. Let me see if I can find a definitive. I've got a definitive list of the instructions. No, but there's like sort of a little like instruction manual for it as well. So I've got one of these beauties, and the thing is, because there is an issue when it comes to compatibility involving a PS5, I've also, if I can pull it out, got this. This little dongle makes it playable on a PS5. I'd have that plugged into the side, as so. And that, along with the included USB cable, which you plug into there, that makes this then compatible with a PS5, pending some other things you can like do and whatnot as well. So there's like a whole bunch of like customization elements as well. Like I can change the color of the buttons and stuff and remap things. There's more to it than that, but I think the reason that PlayStation are doing this in an attempt to actually get to my point now, I think the reason they're doing this might be so that there is a native PS5 fight stick. It will be very interesting to see how durable it is, how it's being developed. Like, are they taking inspiration from other, quite frankly, really good quality fight sticks out there? Like, there are loads of sticks. Like, Hori is a brand that I really, really like from what I've played in the past, which is very limited, admittedly. But there's loads and loads of brands. I'm really interested in the leverless. That's why I've got one of these, because I'm genuinely wanting to try and get used to playing on one of these, just because I find fight sticks actually quite difficult. But the leverless version adds a possibility. Discussion for another time. I'll move on. But yeah, it's a very, very interesting announcement. It's just from a technical point of view, and I'll be interested to see how the fighting game community reacts to it as well. Next up, we got MGS3. Had a good trailer. Was MGS3? Yes, it was MGS3. So we got another trailer in relation to that. That is out in August, I think it was. Where's the thing? Oh yeah, Ape Escape. And then what was Ape picked up at the end here? Where is it? Here it is. Let me try and zoom in. What is that from? I'm drawing a blank. I feel like I should know, but what is that? There's definitely something going on there. I do feel like I'm drawing a blank. So cool. Sean, I will come back to that. Thank you very much. I'm nearly at that game, actually, I think. So yes, we will definitely mention that. So I will find that comment and acknowledge that properly in a few moments. Then after MGS, we got Nioh 3, which looks really, really cool. I love the fact they've added in the ninja element as well, which was actually something that the developer actually mentioned in the little discussion after. Where is it? Yeah, because they were mentioning that they've added the unique ninja style in addition to the well-known samurai combat. I'll be interested to see what my mate thinks of that, because like I said, he's a massive fan of the Nioh game, so be very curious to see how that is. But this game looks so good. It looks so smooth, and the combat looks great. Oh, very, very excited. And also demo available today, so there you go. We could all try it. Next up was, in fact, when was Nioh out? Sorry, I may have skipped that. 2026. There you go. But demo out today. So this was the PSVR Thief game, which, no disrespect, it looks cool, but I'm never going to play it because I don't have a PSVR. So forgive me for just skipping, but I am just going to skip. Then we got Tides of Tomorrow, and this was kind of the multiplayer game, which we all kind of were talking about, like Sea of Thieves, had like a Monkey Island vibe a bit to it. I think Assassin's Creed Black Flag was mentioned somewhere, but it's definitely not got that vibe to it, as it were, but it has. Actually, I might have got my thoughts confused on that. No, that was Sea Remnants, sorry, I got that confused with. But admittedly, when the trailer first started, I thought this was going to be a Subnautica game, because it just had that same kind of colour palette and look, but no. Interesting how this is, but the first person element is not something that lights my world on fire. Just there's something about it, like first person doesn't always agree with me in these contexts, so curious to know more, but I'm not anticipating this will be something I necessarily play, but it looks really cool though. I love the look and the vibe of it. Moving on. Oh, there was Astro Bot, but let me just try and find out. Tides of Tomorrow. You can wish list now. Did they give an actual date for it at all? They did not. But then we got the news of the Astro Bot bonus levels. So they're taking it up to 90 planets, adding in 5 new things and some extra special bots and such. Then we got to Sea Remnants. This was the game where we were like, Monkey Island vibes, Sea of Thieves, maybe a bit of Black Flag in there and stuff. From what I recall, I'm just going to sort of keep a little bit of an eye on the video as we go here. I don't recall there being... what's the way to phrase this? There wasn't necessarily a lot of gameplay in this from what I saw. Like, we're seeing a little bit here, and I like the fact it's third person. I really, really like third person. Okay, so we got some swords there. There was a lot going on, admittedly. But and then we get the ship stuff. So, yeah, I think that's a fair shout, Sean. I think it's a very fair shout. So we'll be very curious to see ultimately when they show off more gameplay what this is like, because I'm interested. Definitely interested. This visual was lovely to me, just so good. Also, it just feels like it's gonna be good fun as well. That's sometimes what you want with a game like this. You just want a fun vibe, and that's what this provided. Then next up, let's have a look. That was Sea Remnants. Then next up was Sword of the Sea. This was kind of the game with the big journey vibe to it, and this was the sort of snowboarding around the world and such. I say snowboarding, sandboarding, groundboarding, boarding, if you will. Traversing, that's a better word to use. But yeah, and that's coming out in August? Yes, coming out in August. So not far away at all for that. Then we got it was a what was this? FBC Fire something. I've not written this down properly, admittedly. Firebreak, there you go, that's my dodgy handwriting. Then we got the news of the PlayStation Plus game. So this was one of the games that they're going to say is coming to the PlayStation Premium things. And I think, completely agreeing with what's been said, I think it's good they're finally starting to put more of a focus on PlayStation Plus. Because, to me, it's not been worth the price. And I basically just stay subscribed to it out of habit and because I have collected so many games over the years. But I can't remember what the price of the base price is now, but it's never felt worth it for the better part of 5-6 years. I literally do it just to make sure I've still got access to the giant library of games I've bought while I've been a member, because that's part of their T's and C's and such. But yeah, good to see that they're adding Deus Ex, Twisted Metal 3 and 4. Now, Twisted Metal 3 and 4, there was an interesting note about that. Let me find it quickly. Let me try and find it. Where was it? Because they said... So, I might have misread this. Let's have a look. So, Twisted Metal, just in time for the second season premiere of Twisted Metal, which arrives... Oh, okay, yeah, I totally misread it. So, I thought that they said these games were only going to be released in the US to coincide with the launch. That's what I thought they said. I totally misheard that. It was to coincide with Season 2, which will be on Peacock in the US. That's what they said. That's totally on me. I misheard that. But at the time, I was very confused. Then we've got Resi 2 Resi 2 and 3 coming, which I assume will be the PS1 versions. Then there's also Mist and Riven that are coming. Then we get, if I've got my things right here, yes, then we get to Bond. James Bond. I'm just going to fast forward a tad here. So, 007 First Light. Very, very happy about this. This was an excellent trailer. It really set the tone, set the vibe. And if I can find your comment, the name of the Bond voice actor per comment in Instagram is Patrick Gibson, who admittedly I am not familiar with their work, so I'll see if I can look them up quickly. Patrick Gibson, voice actor. Let's see what that comes up with. Actually, I stand corrected. Actor, sorry, pardon me. Let's have a look. Admit I'm not sure if this is necessarily it. Looks some. I'll come back to that. It's fine. You heard something about classic categories. Maybe they're putting big titles in soon. On the PlayStation Plus, possibly, and good, because they should do, quite frankly. They really should do. They need to beef that up a bit more in general. I don't think they've done much with it. That's personal opinion. People feel free to disagree, but that's why I'm only subscribed on the base tier of PS Plus, literally. Could well be, Dex. That is mentioned from a few things that I am seeing. But either way, now I know I mentioned that there was something that was said in one of the voiceovers where something that was pronounced weirdly. That sort of checks out now, as it were. So, because I believe, based on the quick Wikipedia thing that I'm doing here, in fact, let me double check this. 007 First Light. Okay, apparently actually some details may have been sort of revealed a couple of days ago, but I've only literally just seen this. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, excuse me. Either way though, I think it was a really good performance by him. There was just kind of one thing that sounded weird, but that was me being overtly British James Bond and such about it. It's gonna be totally right. What did they say here? So sign up to get an IOI account to unlock the on-duty outfit skin and the gilded wraith weapons skin. So basically, do you want the golden gun? That's what this comes down to. Do you want the golden gun? But yeah, this game looks such good fun. Very, very excited about it. Sorry, although it hasn't been confirmed yet, it seems like James Bond has been played by Patrick Gibson from Dexter Original Sin. Cool, yeah. All very, very good about that. But yeah, it looks such good fun. I love the story they're going with as well, because like I said at the time, it opens up possibilities for where they could go in the future on this. And that is really, really good fun. And yeah, like the acting seemed great in it from what we saw as well. Like just generally overall. And I honestly, regardless if I was confused about the way something was pronounced, it's just because, you know, we're all used to hearing things said a certain way. It's totally fine. But also, I completely trust the developers of this game, given what they've done with Hitman. I am not worried in the slightest. Then, I believe, per my notes here, we got a little bit of a tease of Ghost of Yotei, which they said there was going to be more coming. Let me fast forward a tad. Looks phenomenal, though. I do want to play Tsushima. I just don't think I'll have time. So, what did they say? So yes, Ghost of Yotei. There we are. So a gameplay deep dive coming in July. So I think that is confirmation that there will be a PlayStation State of Play coming in July, at the very least. That's what I'm taking that to mean. So I guess we're back here looking at that, depending on what else is going to be announced. We'll see. We'll see. Then Jeremy's brain imploded. So to sort of recount this, I sort of saw this, I thought, oh yeah, okay, this is looking cool. Arc system works, I'm well up for this. Like, yeah, let's do this. Then I saw this. As soon as I saw this shield pattern, that's when I lost my mind. That's when I lost my mind, excuse me. And yeah, just from there, I was so in. I still am in. Just, again, the idea this is happening. You see the word Vibranium mentioned there. That was another giveaway. But, saying this as a comic fan, obviously. But yeah, just, I love the look of this. The idea it's 4v4. The roster possibility is utterly insane. Its arc system works. The people who have done, they did Dragon Ball Fighters, for example, or Fighters Z, however you want to pronounce it. They've done that. They've done so many other great games in the fighting realm. Well, let alone not only fighting realm, but perhaps more relating to this.
Let's go, bub.
Exactly, right? Exactly. So I am so excited about this. And also the Japanese voiceovers were so good as well. Like, keep those, for God's sake. Keep those in the game because they were badass. And this just looks so crisp. It's going to be such good fun. From a tournament scene perspective, like the fighting game community, this is going to this is going to go mental in tournaments. Like, if people still love Dragon Ball Fighters, that'll get some love. This is going to pop off everywhere. And if I now fast forward, in fact, I won't fast forward, but I just remember what was being said. There was a very good point that was made in that Marvel essentially saying, why aren't we in this space? And this comes back to trying to join, you know, random dots together, I guess, in conversations. I mentioned the Marvel vs. Capcom fighting collection that was released. That, when you hear that line from this interview, in the interview after this video, that perhaps leads to the possibility of this was them testing the water. Well, actually, no, because I say testing water. That was like the first step of, right, let's see if people really want a Marvel fighting game or what, you know, the fervor is for it. And that, from what I have seen, I obviously don't know numbers, but yeah, Marvel Tokan Fighting Souls. But yeah, so the Marvel vs. Capcom collection clearly has influenced people's fervor for wanting something like this. And people were thinking, are we going to get another Marvel vs. Capcom game? Has that opened the door for maybe an MVC4? But then this has been announced, and this is almost like the screech, the handbrake left turn you didn't expect. And holy heck, I'm excited. If there is still a Marvel vs. Capcom 4 coming, freaking great, because I would love one, quite frankly. I would love one. But I'm so excited for this. I cannot wait. I know it's going to be a long time before I even get a chance to get my hands on this. Also interesting, it said PS5 and PC specifically as well. So, obviously meaning there ain't going to be, well, I assume this means that there ain't going to be a Switch version, there ain't going to be an Xbox version, which in some ways is a shame, because it would be nice for as many people as possible to be able to get their hands on this game. But I totally get why they're aiming for PS5 and PC. I just totally get it. Let me see if there's any additional details that have come out about this. And I think we've sort of covered it actually in general, but what I am going to do now is quickly skim through some other headlines in terms of what else may have been confirmed. Let's have a look. So apparently with regards to 007, so let me hang on, let's double back to 007. Poor choice of words, but there we go. Where was it? So, per VGC, in a post on the PlayStation blog, IO Interactive claimed that the game will be enhanced for PlayStation 5 Pro using PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR, or PISR, as some people have called it. That's me editorializing, that's not them saying that. And having optimized performance with the game playable at 60 FPS in quality mode. So clearly this is going to be optimized for PlayStation 5 Pro. I cannot imagine they will make this so it will not play well on PS5. And quite frankly, it doesn't necessarily mean much. It may just mean that it's a bit smoother and whatnot. Who knows? But in terms of any other notes here, So in 2021, it was stated that the game won't lean on previous Bond movies or actors, and IO intends to build a James Bond universe from scratch. That leads to the thing I was mentioning of the fact that they're doing, I don't want to say an origin story, but the fact they're going back to the beginning of Bond's story, it leads to that thought that I had of where they can go from here. The world is their oyster. It wouldn't surprise me, hypothetically, if they did go down the route farther down the line of perhaps incorporating different movies or stories that are known of Bond. But if they're definitely going to do their own thing, really, really cool to see. But yeah, this PlayStation State of Play, as far as I'm concerned, this was a runaway success, a knockout, a home run, a field goal, an excellent free kick. Try to think of more sports analogies. Like a giant three-pointer in basketball. This was a great shot in hockey. I can't think of what a hockey shot is called. Sorry, hockey fans. This was a smash in tennis. Literally, this State of Play was excellent tonight. I thoroughly enjoyed this. And yeah, if you want 4 more games, it was a good one. Exactly. The variety was excellent. There's going to be something for everyone. They've planted a lot of seeds for games coming not only this year, but also Slapshot. That's the one. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. You see, I was going to say Knuckle Puck, and I thought, no, that's from the Mighty Ducks movies. And I can't remember if that's a real shot or not. So I decided not to say that. But yeah, this State of Play was fantastic. So happy I did a watch along with this, and thank you all so much for joining me for however long you've been here. Be you here the entire time, be you here for a bit of it. Genuinely just really appreciate it. In terms of other things stream wise coming up, just a quick reminder now as I switch the screen to the schedule screen. So this Friday, I'll be back with Felfloney playing The Somnium Files part 2 of our playthrough. We'll be doing that for about hour and a half, hour 45. Then we'll be switching things over to watching Summer Game Fest, the big presentation that Jeff Keighley's going to do. And yeah, we're going to watch that show from when it begins at 9 PM UK time. We're just going to watch it right through, see what's announced and stuff. Put it this way, State of Play has set the bar for this week. There's loads of stuff going on. They've set the bar. Now, also, Sunday the 8th of June, I mentioned this as well, there is an Xbox Developer Direct. I am going to see if I can do a watch-along of that. It's not a guarantee, but I'm just flagging it as a potential here. So, thank you so much, Sean. Thank you so much. I'm gonna see if I can do a Developer Direct watch-along. If not, I might try and do like a time-delayed one if I can't do it live, kind of like we did with the previous one. So either way, I'll see if I can do one, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it live. There is a rumoured Nintendo Direct as well. And I say rumoured because allegedly, per some places, there's going to be one. There is going to be one perhaps around the launch of the Switch 2. Who knows, quite frankly. What time is it? The Xbox Developer Direct? The show itself begins at 6 PM UK. The developer, yeah, so I should say the time, I should have actually written that better on my schedule there, but the start time of the Developer Direct is 6 PM UK. I appreciate I didn't flag it like I did the Summer Games Fest thing there. But yes, so I might be back Sunday as well. If there is a Nintendo Direct, I will do my damnedest to do a watch along of that, because if it's Switch 2 launch week and things are happening, there's going to be so much Switch 2 news happening. I kind of want to be on the ground for that. And then, like I say, Friday 13th of June, then normal service will resume. Friday evening, Felfloney and I playing The Somnium Files for our third part of the playthrough. But yeah, there's a vague idea of the streaming schedule. This coming Friday, this coming Sunday, possibly something else of Nintendo doing something. That is the sort of tentative plan as we go. Yeah, any final thoughts, by the way, before we wrap up properly tonight? Any final thoughts on what else may be occurring or what else people are predicting? So we've got here from Sean, I'm keeping an eye on Naughty Dog. My wild prediction is a new Uncharted. Do you know what? It's a fair shout, I think. This State of Play and all the games they've announced, because I was thinking, and I know I've sort of talked a lot about fighting games on there, I was thinking there might be some kind of Capcom fighting related news thing. Kind of like maybe like another, I don't want to say like another Capcom fighting collection so soon after the second one has just come out. But there is an element of they were, you know, they did the Marvel versus Capcom one, and they did the Capcom Fighting Collection one. Is there gonna be another one? Wouldn't surprise me if something is being saved. That said though, the past two have both been announced on Nintendo Direct. Who knows? We'll see. But so my big prediction of what I really want to see, though who knows at this point where things are at, I want to see an update on the Wolverine game. And I think it's Insomniac are doing. They announced a Wolverine game. We have officially not heard anything since, if you know what I mean by that, you know. But either way, I would love to see an update for that. I think that would be one of my top tier things that I'm thinking about right now for what I want to see. But this being said, if we don't get it, I'm not going to complain, but that's just kind of top tier. And there'll probably be something else that I'll go, what? Kind of like I have done a few times tonight. But yeah, this has been really, really good. So let's have a few more comments. An Irish Bond, obviously. Good shout, Sean. Sega to announce a new Yakuza game because they released Pirate Yakuza. Technically, if you want me to be technical about this, technically, I want to say the Yakuza 0 released on Switch 2 this week. It's weird saying that. I believe it's a director's cut version, so there's technically additional content in that, I think. But I totally get what you mean, like maybe another... Oh, and you have also added maybe a remake of Yakuza Zombie spin-off. What was that one called? Was that Yakuza of the End? That sounds familiar as a title. Yakuza of the End. Dead Souls was what the name was in English. That was it, yeah. But Yakuza of the End was the Japanese title, I think, which was quite funny. But yeah, that was a spin-off game. Yeah, it'd be cool if they did do a re-release of that, or maybe like a spruced up version. That'd be very cool to see. I want to know if Konami are doing more with the MGS series. Yeah, what are they going to do? Because there's a lot on the table, because the Konami showing tonight was Silent Hill. So one would assume they've got some more things in the works for MGS, but what? What could they be? I mean, honestly, the thing that... So, in terms of like Dream and Metal Gear announcements, based on the current state of play, no pun intended, is I would like to see them, be it in another form of the like the Metal Gear collection that they did a couple of years back. They need to somehow get MGS4 off of being a PS3 exclusive. That game is basically trapped on PS3. Apparently, when they were first developing the game before it became a PlayStation exclusive, there was, at the very least, a working version, maybe not necessarily of the full game, I can't remember because I heard it on a podcast ages ago, but they were interviewing someone and they said that there was a working Xbox version of at least part of the game. So it's not beyond the realm of possibility they can still do something, but obviously that's going to take a lot of work to figure out, so who knows? What else do we have here? Dead Souls, you said that. Yep, just catching up on comments. Yes, there was Yakuza Ishin as well, wasn't there? Yeah, actually, MGS Peace Walker. You see, I never really played much of Peace Walker, but from what I did play, I loved the look and feel of it. I loved the kind of more comic book vibe about it, and kind of just the more very mission-based thing or level-based thing. It just kind of gelled with me a bit better. But yeah, Peace Walker is good, and also it's kind of essential to the Metal Gear story, from what I recall as well. There's kind of some very pertinent details which apply to other Metal Gear games, which if you haven't played it, you're kind of missing out on some details. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap up there for tonight, though. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Genuinely, really, really appreciate it. It has been quite a wild evening. I am still trying to get my head around the fact there is a new Marvel fighting game coming out. Tokan Fighting Souls. I'm so happy. With that being said, folks, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you Friday night, 7 p.m. UK, as we do some The Somnium Files, and then we watch Summer Game Fest live from 9 p.m. on Friday. This has been a phenomenal stream. So happy I managed to get back from my yoga class in time. So happy. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely rest of your evening. I hope you have enjoyed this as well. If you've got any comments, do let me know. I'm lurking about. Easy way to find me, linktree/giraffe for me. You know what? I'll quickly share that in the thing. Linktree/GiraffeMe, that's the way to find me in various places, as it were. And we will, yeah, we'll be back Friday night. We'll do this again, so to speak, and we'll see what else is going to be announced. So until then, from myself, Jeremy, this has certainly been a fun zone tonight to be in. I'm buzzing right now. I ain't going to sleep for a while. But until Friday, take care, have a lovely evening, mwah, and good night. Bye!